Just over a year ago, I had the chance to speak with Chris Murphy from Sloan on their new album 12. Today I got the chance to catch up with him at the PAC about their new tour, Navy Blues. So Chris, we're here in St. Catharines on the Navy Blues tour.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
It's part of what we joke that we're sort of taffy pulling our career by putting out these reissues. So we put out a new record in 2018, and then we put out a reissue of our 1998 record, Navy Blues, this year. By putting out, I just mean that we made a deluxe, crazy $100 item of like 3 vinyl, and I don't know how specific to get about it, but it's a nice big piece of merch that you can get, and it just buys us a whole tour without having to write any new songs. And we come through and we're playing music that, oftentimes people come out of the woodwork to see a record that they know and love, or from a time in their life when they were more into buying records and that kind of thing. And, it's nostalgia for sure. But it's fun for us too, because we have so many songs that it's an excuse to play some of the songs that we might not often play, because nobody's yelling out for, I don't know, suppose they close the door, but it's fun for us to play. And it's impressive too, like it's an impressive song to play. Mm-hmm. So it's fun, and we're musicians, but we're also fans. We've seen it done before, like where a band will come through and play all of their, one of the records from their catalog, and it's been fun to do. And as I say, it brings people out who maybe, had kids and dropped off and haven't seen us in a long time. And maybe they're like, yeah, I would go see them, but haven't they got like 6 records since I've last seen them? But if you sort of guarantee them that we're going to play all this one record, then they'll be like, oh, I'll go see that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's a long answer, but it's been fun. How about that? It's been great.
It's been great, okay.
Yeah.
So this album roughly came out 20 years ago, and then did you think that you'd be playing these songs over and over again 20 years later?
Maybe not. First of all, you're right that it's not exactly a 20-year anniversary. We kind of blew it that way, but it's hard when you're also trying to release new records to know exactly. Mm-hmm. We're not just purely a heritage nostalgia act, but whether or not I wanted to be playing them 20 years later, every decision we make is for promoting the longevity of the band. Mm-hmm. So whether it's splitting all the money equally or investing in everyone to write songs so that they'll remain interested in the band. Yeah, we're very happy. Of course, we couldn't have predicted, and it's arrogant to think that you would be, still around 20 years later, although hopefully we're around 20 years from now for the 41st anniversary of Navy Blues. But we have 12 albums, and so we've already, as I say, with these reissues, we've reissued, this is the 3rd one we've done, so in a way we're chasing our tail or eating our tail, so we could eventually reissue them all, but I don't know if we'll get around to it.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so tell me about today's show. So basically you're going to be performing Navy Blues entirely first, and then there's going to be an intermission, and then greatest hits? Yeah,
so that's kind of the model that we've been using since 2012, since our first reissue tour. We kind of do sort of an evening with Sloan. We don't really do opening acts anymore. Yeah, we'll do the whole record through, and then we'll do like a career-spanning hodgepodge of hits and weird album tracks for people like you who have seen us multiple times.
Yeah. Okay.
Not like you.
Yeah.
Does that betray the interviewer, interviewee?
Okay, so you guys have a choir from a high school coming tonight to sing "Coax Me."
Yes, there's a choir going to sing with us, and they got in touch with us on social media, and we did a rehearsal with them. We just ran it with them, and they sing beautifully, and it's very moving.
So aside from Sloan, you've been at this theater before because you were with the Trans-Canadian Highwaymen.
Yes.
Is there any shows upcoming for that anytime soon?
Well, we played, Trans-Canadian Highwaymen played in September. We played, and I was talking about it today because I haven't been paid for it yet. So that's, but it's, I love playing with those guys. It's really fun. It's really easy. It's just entertainers. There's no, I don't mean to say that there's no artistry, but there's no baggage.
Yeah.
There's no familial, eye roll problems, and it's really fun. I would like to do more with those guys. I was literally talking about that today. It's like, can we just say, like, what's everybody do in the fall of 2020? Can we all agree? But it's complicated. Stephen, so the Trans-Canada Highwaymen, for anybody who doesn't know, of course, it's me, Stephen Page, formerly of Bare Naked Ladies, Mo Bird, Pursuit of Happiness, and Craig Northey from The Odds. And we get together and we play each other's songs. So we just end up playing sort of a greatest hits set. But we play it like a band. I play drums for the most part, but then I'll come out and play bass for my own songs. And then one of those jokers goes back and does a terrible job playing drums for my songs. Well, all of them take turns, but they all blow it. But Stephen kind of fails the most flamboyantly. Yeah.
Well, you guys even do that live here. So you are the front man, but you also go behind and play drums as well.
I do, that's right. But I'm a pretty good drummer. Andrew is fantastic, but he's also a fantastic guitar player and keyboard player. But now we have a dedicated keyboard player, Gregory McDonald, shout out. But so we don't get to show off how good Andrew is on keyboards. But Gregory, certainly on Navy Blues, he's kind of copying what Andrew did on the records. And Jay too. Jay's a decent piano player too. And Patrick and I we can chord, but not that good.
So one more question. Any future Sloan albums happening, or?
Well, so, yeah, I never know, probably, but we're all getting along pretty well. And I think that we've seen, since we've done these reissue records in 2012, I kind of think that some people have kind of come back into the fold. They may have said, oh, I'll go see them play Twice Removed. And maybe they even came to see us when we put out Commonwealth or 12, these new records that we've been doing. So we've been sort of going reissue record, new record, reissue record, new record. So now we're on the reissue record now, so it would seem that the next logical thing to do would be to do a new record. And it's not that hard because we only have to come up with 3 songs each kind of thing. But, sometimes with 3 of us are dads and all that kind of stuff. But I would say probably, but we don't talk about stuff like that until the last minute. Yeah.
The guys still sound great as they're about to embark on their anniversary tour across North America. If you want to catch Sloan in your area, be sure to visit their website for tickets. In St. Catharines, reporting for The Source, I'm Asia Tomori.